Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the headlines, the disappearance of a young Hawaiian woman in LA, and then the self-deletion of her father after he searched for her in the City of Angels for 13 days and could not find her. And the police say the last known footage of her is by Crypto.com Arena, where the Lakers play after she attended a Nike and LeBron James event. And when I say the name Kobayashi and Lakers, does it remind you of Kobe? Here's why that's interesting. Again, if you're new here, Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, it's quite revealing. Kobe Bryant, for example, equals 41, like his age of death, which goes with him dying on the 41st day of the Pope's age while traveling from Catholic Mass. And again, there's 4 base ciphers of the English language, the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology. Kobe Bryant also equates to 157, and he died on his 157th day of being 41 years old. In that same cipher where Kobe Bryant equals 157, which is just running the alphabetic order in reverse, you can see the headline here. The family's extremely worried, and they put that emphasis on extremely worried, which equates to 213, the LA area code. Number you'll see a lot in LA, like when they won the Super Bowl on 213, February 13th. The year Super Bowl 56, the year that Odell Beckham got traded on his birthday, the day leaving 56 days left in the year over to the Rams. But anyhow, coming back to this, the story is she arrived in LA on November 8th, 118. And if you look, the Lakers beat the Philadelphia 76ers on November 8th, 118. Of course, Kobe's from Philly, kind of like the Will Smith theme song. You know, he goes from Philly to LA after he gets in some trouble on the basketball courts. And if you've read my last book, Number Games, there's a long chapter on Kobe's death, and I talk about his Wizanard series and how the make-believe town in that story has the 118 encoding, just like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania equals 118, just like Los Angeles, California equals 118. So notice they had LA and Philadelphia playing each other on November 8th, 118. And don't forget, LA's establishment day is September 4th, the day leaving 118 days left in the year. It's on the 118th meridian. LA likes 118 a lot. It's like tonight, Clippers, which equals 118, the other LA team, they fell to 11-8 versus the Celtics, and that was Lock City. Celtics also equals 118. But anyhow, November 8th, she arrives in town. Funny enough, the Lakers became 5-4 by beating the 76ers. Of course, Kobe Bean Bryant equates to 54, his full name, dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. So that's the beginning. She arrives on November 8th. Again, she goes to this LeBron James event on November 10th. On that day, the Lakers beat the Raptors. Remember, Kobe had his career-high 81 against the Raptors. We just said Kobe Bean Bryant equates to 54. That's when you run the alphabetic order forwards. When you run it in reverse, it equates to 81, like how he had 81 in that game and the rest of his team scored 41. Just like on his last game, he scored 60 and the rest of his team scored 41. But yeah, the day she's at the LeBron event, the Lakers beat the Raptors. And then the last known footage is of her leaving Crypto.com Arena. And the story is that she did not look good in the footage, but no further comment. Now, in light of her death being attached to LeBron and the Lakers and Crypto.com Arena, remember, this is the 79th NBA season. Her name, Hannah Kobayashi, equates to 79. Remember, in game 1 of this season, LeBron Raymond James, his full name equates to 79. He stayed on 79 career home losses with the Lakers by winning the opening night. And remember, he played with his son, and the Griffeys were in attendance, who played together in Seattle, the last father-son duo. And her father became part of this story. But the Seattle Supersonics won the NBA championship in 79, whereas this is the 79th season, which began with Seattle Stars in attendance watching LeBron, Mr. 79. And right near the end of that game, remember, they announced the death of Fernando Valenzuela right before the World Series got underway. And the Dodgers won that World Series after getting off to a 3-0 start. Valenzuela and Rudy May died, who both pitched against each other in Game 3. I do recognize that I have a typo in terms of the order of the letters in Fernando Valenzuela, but it's not going to change the gematria value. I'll fix that in my post, but it's the same letters. It's the same value. We covered this the night he died, how his death was announced the opening day of the 79th season. So now we have this girl, LeBron, and an ongoing pattern. And let's not forget that the word murder equates to 79 either. In light of that song that's out there, Murder by Numbers, where killing's as simple as A, B, C is 1, 2, 3. There's also the song Gematria, the killing name, where Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. But yes, she arrived in town November 8th. Last footage of her is November 10th. That's the day the LeBron event was going on, or the dates that the LeBron event was going on. And XXII is 22. 79 is the 22nd prime. Basketball equals 22. The LAPD put out a missing persons poster for her on November 15th. That's the day leaving 46 days left in the year. In light of them calling LeBron King James, again, he won the only final for the Cavs on the real King James's birthday. And let's not forget King James's son was King Charles. And those who fought for King Charles in the English Civil War were called Cavaliers. But in the King James Bible, Psalm 46 is the most infamous because it has the tribute to Shakespeare. But yes, on the day leaving 46 days left in the year, the LAPD puts out a poster. Now, the story about her father, it says that he was found dead on Sunday at 4 a.m. Again, 4 is associated with death in the Far East, like in Japan, where these people are of Japanese ancestry. And he searched for 13 days in LA. Of course, LA has the gematria of 13 and 4. And if you run the alphabetic order in reverse, LA's 41, and 41 is the 13th prime. And that should remind you of Kobe dying at 41 and his daughter dying at 13. And add it together, it's 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant's 54, dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday, the Lakers win the finals on Father-Daughter Day. And again, the power of this knowledge. Before the Lakers even signed Anthony Davis, AD, after Kobe put out the After Death shoe with Nike. Don't forget he did that. The Kobe After Death shoe. Look it up. Then they signed AD. But before they even signed AD, we told everyone the Lakers were winning their 17th championship in LeBron's 17th season. We had everybody on that with huge odds. We put old 5 dimes out of business. And that's because LeBron came over from the 17th state on the first day of the 7th month, and the NBA's the 17 league. And speaking of 17, this woman arrived in LA 17 days after the NBA season began. The season began on October 22nd. 17 days later was November 8th. NBA 17. But yeah, this man just happens to die 13 days after his search, and supposedly it was self-deletion and 4 a.m. Look at the surname Kobayashi, 91, right? That's the 13th triangular number. You add 1 through 13 together, it equals 91. Look at also in the base ciphers, Kobayashi, 37 and 53, just like Los Angeles. Remember, Bryant, when you run the alphabetic order forwards, is 26, like he died on the 26th day of the year. When you run it in reverse, it's 37, like he died on the 37th anniversary of Bear Bryant, on the 157th day of his age, which is the 37th prime. And helicopter crash equals 83. It was synced with the 83-year-old Pope, and Bear Bryant, the football coach, died in 83. Murder also equates to 83, like 79. In this case, the girl has the 79 encode in her name. The reference to Maui also makes me think there might be another tentacle to this story, because I know that new Moana film is coming out, and we all know what happened to Maui, synced up with The Rock, who's Maui in Moana. They released the live-action film trailer where it begins with an island bursting into flame, and then by the numbers, Maui burst into flame. It's another angle to research here, but this one's very obvious to me. Last being seen on footage after coming from this basketball event. Her name, it's reminiscent of Kobe. And don't forget Kobe, Japan. These people are of Japanese ancestry. Kobe, Japan was established on April 1st, 4-1. Like Kobe died at 41. And you might recall how his death was perfectly coordinated with the 126th Emperor of Japan when Kobe died on 126. And Kobe's death was foretold in multiple ways, including the Comedy Central cartoon that came out on 16/11, the 16th of November, similar to the King James Bible coming out in 1611. Also foretold in the Nike short film Black Mamba, which ends with an exploding helicopter, whereas in the Comedy Central cartoon, Kobe dies in a helicopter crash. They put out a picture of this girl with a big smirk on her face. I mean, with regards to the police putting out the poster by the numbers, don't forget it is the band The Police that did the song Murder by Numbers, where killing is as simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3. That song came out in 83. Murder has the 83 and 79 connection. So yeah, I'll fix my post so there's not a Fernando Valenzuela typo, but it's the same gematria value, 79. And for the record, Cy Young equals 79 too, like he was the Cy Young winner. All right. If this really is a missing person, I hope she's found. But in light of the long trail of bodies connected to LeBron that we've talked about for many years now, and in light of what he told J.J. Redick earlier this year in his interview with J.J. before he was the coach, again, J.J. asked him, what's the secret to a long, successful career? And LeBron said, you got to sacrifice your loved ones. And, if you'll do that to your loved ones, what will you do to a little Japanese girl just stop by L.A. for a little sightseeing en route to New York? And again, remember the way they do it, you guys. These news stories, they're all clues for the world of rig sports as well. So do some more thinking on this and seeing just where it might lead. Yeah. I'll leave it there for now, True Seeker. Until next time.